called the newsletter. So basically, these questions that they're going to ask is to be put in our next edition for the newsletter, and it's for the students to read and for your opinions on your experiences. Okay, Shakira, Izian, please start.
So can you give us a short introduction? Maybe tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, I studied in PTET back in 2001, 2011 until 2012, graduated 2013. I went to study in UK, currently doing a course in chemistry at the University of Oxford. Just finished my second year. I just going to finish.
Hello, I'm Boonkhai. I'm the 2014 batch, and then I will going to study at Manchester University.
So how are your studies so far?
So far, first year wasn't that busy, but second year was a big step. I think that's probably true for most courses. Something we have to look out for. Second year there were more experiments to do, but it was a little bit more exciting. Yeah.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate the difference between here and there? Between studying here and studying
here and there?
Yeah.
If studying includes a lot of like lifestyle changes and everything, I would say 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what courses are you going to take?
I'm going to take the Master of Physics and Science, Master of Physics and Maths. That's the course I'm going to take.
Why do you like physics and science?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. How long will it take? Have you graduated?
No, 2 more years to go.
So how long will it take? 2 more years. How long will it take for you?
The course is 4 years.
Whoa. Same like me.
So what does it feel like to be living overseas?
I think the first month was a bit of a shock. Well, obviously there's no something like MRT service, no trains. You have to get used to catching up. Usually in Brunei, what happens? You just go to a car and you're good to go every time. You don't have the car waits for you. But over there, you have to wait for the train, other public transport. So that's just one of the differences, I think.
Are there any more worth mentioning?
Oh, that's a lot.
Which one?
Food,
Yeah.
for instance. People, I study in UK, so I'm not sure about other countries, but from what I can see in the UK, it's not very common to see people eating Eastern food like something with rice. And they usually go with, even my college meals are like usually one big lump of meat, a few vegetables, and then some potatoes. That's it. Yeah. What else? From where I come from, I think I'm a bit lucky because there's a lot of libraries actually, too many to explore. Very big libraries compared to. But I think it's quite unfair to compare A-level school to uni in terms of library size. But basically, from where I come from, you can actually request for any book that you want, and the library will try to make it available if it's not already available in the library. So it's a major difference between how much resources you have in A-level compared to uni. But of course, you have to make use of it. It's not like spoon-feeded to you, something like that. And I think that's another point. Like probably in A-levels, teachers, they do all the tutoring and they give the homework, then they give feedback. Probably it's a little bit more spoon-fed, but in unis, you have to actively search for the lecturers, and they are very busy as well. They are not, because they are not only full-time teachers; they are also researching as well. So it's a huge difference, I think.
Okay, so that's very interesting. How about you? Well, how does it feel like to be sent to overseas?
I'm just feeling
Excitement.
Only excitement, and then a little bit of afraid because, well, as he's mentioned before, a new change of lifestyle, and then I have to endure a new kind of life, and then there's a huge difference between Brunei and UK as well. All of us know it.
But
So
to be fair, he hasn't been there yet.
yeah, yep. It will be my first time going to UK. Yep. So I think quite interesting for me.
I'm sure
so
you enjoy it.
Yeah.
Hearing his story, did that make you nervous or anything?
No, I
Oh,
just
okay.
feel more passionate. Make try to make more new friends.
Oh, you
Good,
like
good.
making new friends?
Yeah.
I think it probably holds true for everyone. Everyone wants to make new friends.
So in your own opinion, are you coping well with the environmental changes?
For me, I think it was okay, relatively speaking to like other, say, Muslim students from Brunei. Because you have to actively search for halal restaurants, or where the mosque is. For us, the change wasn't maybe, it was still a very big change, very drastic change. There's no more jasmine rice, Thai rice, maybe just Pakistan rice. It's hard to find, it's really hard to find, really hard to find Asian delicacies.
So what do you eat then?
Probably Indian food more, because I think that was more or less closer to, the closest I could find to our local delicacy. I think I went a bit off track from there. What was the question again?
How are you coping well? Okay.
I think obviously it's a big change, but I think for me, I'm doing quite okay, I think.
So you eat
So-
food that are similar to Brunei? To the food in Brunei?
For me, it didn't really matter at all.
Okay.
And for me, I like to experience other cultures. So there's a bit of a mix and match. But yeah, so far.
I want to ask you a question first. So do you actually cook for your own, or you just eat outside?
Yeah,
Eat outside.
I
All the
have to
time.
cook
I have to
myself.
cook.
One meal actually costs like usually two pounds something.
So how much?
Yeah,
How
3 pounds.
how much Bruneian dollars?
That would be like $5 to $6 per meal. Basically, that's like the usual going rate. So obviously it's much cheaper if you cook yourself. So, but if you don't really have the time, like say you're rushing for the next class, you have to settle for a meal.
Are you a good cook? Good cook.
I think it's just enough to satisfy myself. Nothing to wow ladies or anyone.
Okay. How will you cope to the new environment?
Well, my parents actually trained me these few weeks ago.
Wow.
They dumped me at my home country because I live in Malaysia. Actually, I'm a Malaysian, but I live in Brunei. They dumped me at my home country, and then they forced me to cope with my grandmother and then my aunt and dad alone. So I have to force to cook, and then force to wipe the floor, everything. I have to force on myself. And then my parents, they teach me how to, mostly cooking, and then teach me to be independent, because sometimes I might be independent and I might be dependent on my parents. So my parents now they actually force me to be independent on my own.
So, do you think it's of big help what your parents did?
I don't think so, because for myself I'm actually already independent. It's just that their view
I think you're
yeah.
independent.
You have been ready for a long time.
Yeah.
Any tips on how to achieve such wonderful results and for us to follow your footsteps?
I'm guessing that relates to my A-levels 2 years back. Not sure what to give actually. I think, generally speaking, people have different studying strategies. Sometimes your studying time could be, afternoon. It could be the best time for you to study. It works different. Some people could be nocturnal. That one I actually noticed during my uni days. Some people like to study at night and then sleep in the morning. Go to lectures in the afternoon.
Do you do that? No.
No, my lectures are in the morning, so have to adjust to that. But during my A levels, I would say don't leave things till the last minute. Try to make sure you are clear on what you are doing. try to, but first of all, you have to be sure why you're doing these subjects for A-levels. Are you sure you actually want to do these subjects for A-level, like psychology or chemistry or something like that? And then how does it play out in your career, future career? But I know it could change, your career could change along the way, but it's very crucial that you have to have a reason for studying your A-level subjects. So you have some reasons for you have some reasons for it to go for it. You have some passion to go for it, and along the way it's important that you don't stop. Like you have to make sure you are understanding what is taught. If not, try to find tutors.
Okay, wait.
I think it's a big help. Tutors are.
How do you achieve such wonderful results?
Well, I think everyone has their own talent. For me, this is my true line of it. For me, I'm actually quite what they say weak, because
Really?
No, this is my life. During my secondary school life, our tutors, they actually teach only basic. They did not teach like the more depth to it, like only like shallow. Because for me, I'm an express student, so I have to keep on the track. But I didn't realize that it didn't help me much. It's just helped like shallow. So when I reached A-level, some tutors were asking me like more in-depth question, I could not answer it at all because in fact I did not have those basic knowledge for O-level. So I have to reread again all those O-level books and then catch up with A-level again. So in order to make up to it, to the A-level, yeah, quite harsh for me.
So do you have any advices for the PTEC students who aspire to be like you?
Don't just aspire to be like me. You could be someone else. You could even be better than me.
Similar.
Or even better.
Do you have any advices?
Advice. Just follow the school's motto, I think, and you'll be fine.
Follow the school.
Perseverance, team synergy, trustworthiness. Yeah, you have to be trustworthy. Yeah, excellence in anything you do. Trustworthiness, so that you have a good relationship with teachers. There's a lot of things in this 4 words alone, I think.
Do you have any advices for us?
Well, in my opinion, I think that we can make someone as a target or make it as a comparison. Because during my year, I have a friend of mine. He is better than me, of course. But then I make him as an inspiration. So I always like keep on following his path, but in my own term. His target, for example, I get only like 80 marks. He get 90. So, but I don't compare. He get 90 marks. That's okay. So I make his mark as my target. So I want to achieve my target in my own way. Don't compare, but compare his marks only.
Best wishes and all the best to my fellow juniors. Hope to see them in the UK or maybe US, Australia. I would suggest if they have the chance to go overseas, get the experience. It's definitely different and it's eye-opening. It will really expand your mind, I think.
Okay, so it's a great pleasure to meet you. I respect you guys, and thank you.
Thank you.
Alright, okay, so